We are more. More than a trending topic, a topic without credit, that is. More than references to glass bottles and the figure after 7, we are more. More than bondage to stereotypes and reservations to lay on our back. Did you forget that we can feel more than just anger? Did you forget that we can shake more than what's shown in your favorite rapper's video? We are more. You have forgotten us, but you did not forget to extract our DNA, clone, replicate, and have her stand in place. You have forgotten that we are more than just Barbies. We are Black women.
I am not a Barbie.
I'm not a Barbie.
I am not a Barbie.
I am not a Barbie.
I am not a Barbie.
Who are they to judge us?
Over-sexualize, verb defined to sexualize excessively. The third person singular simple present would be over-sexualizes, while the present participle would be over-sexualizing, and the simple past and past participle would be over-sexualized.
My God, Becky, look at her butt. She looks like one of those rap guys' girlfriend.
Since the beginning of time, the Black woman has been the topic of conversation all across the globe, known for her looks and continuous curves, but she continues to be left out of society's definition of beauty. So one must ask, if society could build a perfect woman, what exactly would she look like?
The perfect woman is, I would say white, but actually in this day and age, I just know that she's not Black. She could be Latina, she could be Asian, she could be anything that's not Black. She has long curly hair, she's skinny but not bony. She has a big butt, sizable chest.
Perfect woman. Honestly, race-wise, she'd be exotic of some time, like Japanese mixed with Switzerland. She wouldn't be Black. She wouldn't be white. She wouldn't be regular. She'll just be something mixed with something. She'll have not too, like, perky breasts, not too big, not too small, the big butt.
Fair skin, lighter hair, lighter skin, excuse me, curly hair. We're talking about like Spanish curly.
Yeah, we're talking about like
or curly weave
type of hair.
Yeah,
like big booty, big titties, like everything. She gotta be thick in the right places, and she gotta have a small stomach, sunken in to the point where it's just like an hourglass figure shape.
Yes. To the point where it doesn't look real.
Small feet, no big feet. Like they don't take girls with big feet.
Smooth skin, full
big lips, skinny nose, pointy, kind of like.
So it sounds like you're describing I guess I would say a Black woman. So somebody that has the features of a Black woman, but she's not necessarily Black.
She's not Black.
Why do you feel like it's not a Black woman?
I feel as if though society wants a woman that's Black but not, you know, too Black. Because, you know, we have the features, but it's the skin, the dark skin that kind of is a bit intimidating, you know, to men and to society.
Like Kim K. That's all I have to say.
She kind of brought it in.
Yeah, like, and that's who people worship. Like, that's who men are worshiping out here. Like, that's who has like the most followers, the most popping Instagram and stuff. And that's who Kylie Jenner. That's who they want. And you see them going tanning like just to make their skin a little darker and stuff, but they try to get our features and they try to like market it as if that's them. But I mean, you're trying to do all Black girls features but not be a Black woman.
Her hair will be curly, which is something that's shocking.
Like 4C, or we talking
like 4A. Like I'm talking the loose, nice curl, not the 4C.
You mentioned hair long and long, I guess you said wavy hair. Does that include natural hair? As far as even if it's long, is that included?
So the funny thing about natural hair, at least with this natural hair movement that we're in today, I know this is like wave 3 or wave 4. However, the funny thing about it is that it was started for women with 4B, 4C type hair. However, the most popular natural hair YouTubers, influencers that you see are women with 3C, 3B, 3A. They never really wanted to accept women, black women. They never really wanted black women to have a place in any conversation anyway. And so even with something that we create for ourselves, the people that are watching, the people that make it popular, and we are part of those people, we push the more acceptable people forward, the lighter skinned people forward, the people with long loose curls forward. And that's why you have that huge market being controlled or overpopulated by people with 3B hair, and you again leave black women with 4B, 4C hair out of the equation.
So you said she wouldn't be black. Why wouldn't she be black?
Because I feel like she wouldn't be black primarily because she's not black women aren't exotic enough. I feel like that's the story that's played a lot. Like, black women aren't spontaneous. They're not adventurous as much as exotic women are. They don't know that much, or they've never experienced that much.
The topic of intersectionality, the idea that you can have multiple identities and each of those identities carry a different type of weight in our society, and embodying them in one being, you now are subject to those different things at once. So one, she's a woman. We all know that women have never been respected in any society, really. Let me not say that, I don't know all the societies. But women have not been respected in the majority of societies. It's a man's world, we know that. And on top of that, she's black. So when you come to at least the Western world, you know, black people with the history that we have, etc., have always received discrimination, racism, the short end of the stick. So now you're a woman, so you get all of that put on you and every negative thing that happens to women in this country. And then you're black, so you get all the black things that happen to you in this country as well, all the negative black things that happen to you in this country as well. And you embody that in one thing. So when there are conversations to be had, whether it be natural hair, fashion, or things like that, we're going to take from you, because black people are always taken from, and women are always taken from. And we're especially going to take from you, the black woman, because you're like our pet. You know, you're not a real person. You are just there for what we say that you're there for. We're not going to include you in the conversations because you have no place here.
In every movie and in every music video and every song, black women, African women were the crazy, angry girl. We're just weird. Like, we bust the windows out cars, we key in cars, we do everything that's wild. And then when it's now played on the white woman's part, when it's now played on the Spanish woman's part, it's either they're defending themselves, or they're lashing out, or they're just expressing themselves, or just telling it how it is, when I was just doing the same thing. We're primarily shown as the angry black woman all the time. So now it's like, they just notice that as a trait in us. It's just like, that's us. Like, that's just how they're gonna be.
Women of color are like over-sexualized, just because, okay, we're black, so you know, we come with these features, we're born with these features. So it's like, okay, hey, like, let me speak to her differently, you know, let me look at her differently because she's more bodacious, or she's more curvy, or, you know, she's used to it, you know, she will be more receptive to to the way I'm speaking to her. Yes, because she's, you know, she's experienced this type of she's experienced what I'm about to say to her. And so I feel as if though they feel like it's acceptable because we can actually take it. You know, we can actually take what they're saying.
I definitely think part of it will always be the historical context. It will always be how black people were brought to this country through the slave trade, and how much racism and discrimination within the system that we live in has shaped our lives. So of course, if everybody around you, the society at large, is telling you that black women are ugly, you're gonna believe that black women are ugly. One thing I will say is that black men need to be responsible for their own consciousness as much as black women have been told to be responsible for ours. So yes, I recognize that society has told me that the black man is ugly. I now go the extra step to educate myself and realize why that's problematic and correct the error of my ways. The problem is that there are black men to this day, that still believe darker skinned women are ugly, black women are ugly, where are all the white women, where are all the Latino women, da 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 da. And they hide behind the idea of, I should be able to love who I want to love. Preference. But the thing is, it's not about preference. Love who you want to love, that's facts. But the fact that black men are overly professive about their opinions on black women, that's where the problem lies. Nobody cares that you're out dating Chelsea, Tyrone. Nobody cares. It's the fact that when you're dating Chelsea, you will now go and be tweeting, Choma's hair, disgusting, Khadijah's back, nasty, like, and that's where the problem lies, is that you guys have been overly vocal about your dislike of the black woman. In the black community, it's also harder for men to recognize how the black woman is being treated and help her with that, because it's hard for anyone to see past their own struggles. So for the black man, he is a minority in this country. He's target number one, or however you can put it. And because that's what he's going through, he thinks nothing can be worse than this. Nothing can be worse than what I'm feeling right now. And so it's hard for black women to have these conversations with black men, because they can't see past their own pain, their own hurt, what they're going through. And so we have that. We can't even have these discussions because everybody's hurting, everybody's broken, everybody's struggling. And so if you're struggling and I'm coming here to tell you, like, you're contributing to my struggling, you're gonna think I'm lying because you're so focused on your own struggle. And until we can all just recognize that, until we can all push past that barrier and actually have real conversations and own up to the responsibilities that we have in how our society is, which is another thing that people shy away from, is taking responsibility in the suffering of other people. Until we can do that, then we're gonna get nowhere. And the stereotypes will continue to be perpetuated.